but a very pretty one.
Let's have some merry ones.
We'll have the song out at non-baritone. My father and the gentlemen are in sad talk. We'll not trouble them. Peddler, bring that pack after me. Wenches will buy for thee both. Let's have the first choice. Follow me, girls.
And you shall pay well for it. Come to the peddler, money the meddler, that doth an almond wearer.
How now, fair shepherd? Your heart is full of something that does take your mind from feasting. Sooth, when I was young and handed love as you do, I was wont to load my sheave with knacks. I would have ransacked the peddler's silken treasury and poured it to her acceptance. You have let him go, and nothing marred it with him.
Old sir, I know she prizes not such trifles as these are. The gifts she looks for me are packed and locked up in my heart, which I have given already, but not delivered.
But to your protestation, what do you profess?
Do and be witness to it.
And this my neighbor also?
And he, and more than he, and men, the earth, the heavens, and all, that were I crowned the most imperial monarch, had force and knowledge more than ever was man's, I would not prize them without her love. For her employ them all, commend them and condemn them to her service, or to their own perdition.
Fairly offered.
This shows a sound affection.
But my daughter, say you the like to him?
I cannot speak so well, nothing so well, no, nor mean better. By the pattern of my own thoughts, I cut out the purity of his.
Shake hands a bargain. And friends unknown, you shall bear witness to it. I give my daughter to him, and make her fortune equal his.
Oh, that must be the virtue of your daughter.
Come, your hand, and daughter yours.
Soft swain, a while, beseech you. Have you a father?
I have, but what of him?
Methinks a father is, at the nuptial of his son, a guest that best becomes the table. Pray you once more, is not your father grown incapable of reasonable affairs? Is he not stupid with age and altering rooms? Can he speak? Hear?
No, good sir. He has his health and ampler strength indeed than most have of his age.
Oh, by my white beard! You offer him, if this be so, a wrong, something unfilial. Reason my son should choose himself a bride, but by good reason. The father, all whose joy is nothing more than fair posterity, should place some counsel in such a matter.
I yield all this, but for some other reasons, my grave sir, which 'tis not that you know, I not acquaint my father of this business.
Let him know.
He shall not.
Prithee, let him.
No, he must not.
Let him, my son. He need not grieve of knowing of thy choice.
Come, he must not. Mark our contract.
Mark your divorce, young sir, whom son I dare not call. Thou art too base to be acknowledged, thou scepter's heir, that thus affectest a sheep hook. Thou old traitor! I am sorry that by hanging thee, I can but shorten my life by 1 week.
Oh, my heart!
Thy beauty scratched with briars, and made more homely than thy state. For thee, fond boy, will bar thee from succession, not hold you of our blood. No, not our kin.
Even here undone, I was not much afeared. For once or twice, I was about to speak and tell him plainly that the selfsame sun that shines on his court hides not its visage from our cottage, but looks on alike. Will it please you, sir? Be gone. I told you what would become of this. Beseech you, of your own state, take care. This dream of mine, being now awake, I'll queen it no inch further, but milk my ewes and weep.
Why? How now, father? Speak, and thou diest. I cannot speak, nor think, nor dare to know that which I know, O sir. You have undone a man, 83, that thought to fill his grave in quiet, yea, to die upon the bed my father died, to lie close by his honest bones, but now some hangman must put on my shroud and lay me where no priest shovels in dust. Undone, undone! If I might die within this hour, I have lived to die when I
Why look you so upon me? I am but sorry, not afeared. Delayed, but nothing altered. What I was, I am.
Gracious my lord, you know your father's temper. At this time he will allow no speech, which I do guess you do not propose to him. And as hardly will he endure your sight as yet, I fear.
From my succession wipe me, father. I am heir to my affection.
Be advised.
I am.
This is desperate, sir.
So call it, but it does fulfill my vow. I needs must think it honesty. Camillo, not for Bohemia, nor the pomp that may be thereat gleaned, will I break my oath to this, my fair beloved. Therefore, I pray you, as you have ever been my father's honored friend, when he shall miss me, as in faith I mean not to see him anymore, cast your good counsel upon his passion. Let myself and fortune tug for the time to come. I am now put to sea with her who here I cannot keep on shore. Hark, Perdita.
He is irremovable, resolved for flight. Now were I happy if his going I could frame to serve my turn, save him from danger, do him love and honor, purchase the sight again of dear Cecilia, and that unhappy king my master whom I so much thirst to see.
Now, good Camillo, I am so fraught with curious business that I leave out ceremony.
Sir, I think you have heard my poor services in the love that I have borne your father.
Very nobly have you deserved. It is my father's music to speak your deeds.
Well, my lord, if you may please to think I love the king, and through him what's nearest to him, which is your gracious self, embrace but my direction. If your more ponderous and settled project may suffer alteration, on mine honor, I'll point you to where you shall have such receiving, as shall become your highness, where you may marry her, and with my best endeavors in your absence, your discontenting father strive to qualify and bring him up to liking.
How, Camillo, may this almost a miracle be done, that I may call thee something more than a man, and after that, trust to thee.
Have you thought on a place where to you'll go?
Not any yet.
Then list to me. This follows. If you will not change your purpose, but undergo this flight, make for Cecilia, and there present yourself and your fair princess, for so I see she must be. For Leontes. Methinks I see Leontes opening his free arms and weeping his welcomes forth. Asks thee, the son, forgiveness as 'twere in the father's person.
Worthy Camillo, what color for my visitation should I hold up before him?
Sent by the king, your father, to greet him and give him comforts. Sir, the manner of your bearing towards him, with what you, as from your father, shall deliver, things known betwixt us three. I'll write you down, the which shall point you forth at every sitting, what you must say, that he shall not perceive, but that you have your father's bosom there, and speak his very heart.
I am bound to you. There is some sap in this.
Of course, more promising than a wild dedication of yourselves to unpad waters, undreamed shores, most certain to miseries enough.
But oh, the thorns we stand upon. Camillo, preserver of my father, now of me.
Nay, but my letters, by this means being there, so soon as you arrive, shall clear all doubt.
And those that you'll procure from King Leontes,
Shall satisfy your father. Happy be you, all that you speak shows fair.
What a fool honesty is, and trust his sworn brother, a very simple gentleman. I have took all my trumpery, not a counterfeit stone, pomander, ribbon, or glass, to keep my pack from fasting. They throng at who should buy first, as if my trinkets had been hallowed and brought a benediction to the user. By which means I saw whose purse was best in picture, and to what I saw, to my good use I remembered. My clown, who wanted but something to be a reasonable man, grew so in love with the wench's song that he would not stir his petticoats until he had both tune and words, which so drew the rest of the flock to me, so that in this time of lethargy I picked and cut most of their festival purses. And had not that old man come in with a hubbub against his daughter of the king's son and scared my chalk from the chaff, I would not have left a purse alive in the whole army.
Whom have we here? We'll make an instrument of this. Omit nothing may give us aid.
If they've overheard me now, why, hanging!
Why, how now, fellow? Why shakest thou so? Fear not, man, here's no harm intended to thee.
I am a poor fellow, sir!
Why, be so still. Well, no, here's no one will steal that from thee. Yet, for the outside of thy poverty, we must make an exchange. Therefore, decase thee instantly. Thou must think there's necessity in it, and change garments with this gentleman. Though on his side be the worst, yet hold thee, there's some boot.
I am a poor fellow, sir!
Unbuckle. Fortunate mistress, let my prophecy come home to ye. You must retire yourself into some covert. Take your sweetheart's hat and pluck it o'er your brows. Muffle your face, dismantle you, and, as you can, dislike in the truth of your own seeming, that you may, for I do fear eyes over you, to shipboard get undescried. I see the place so lies that I must bear part. No remedy. Have you done there?
should I now meet my father, he would not call me son.
Nay, you shall have no cloak. Come, lady, come. Farewell, my friend.
Adieu, sir.
What I do now shall be to tell the king of this escape, and whither they are bound. Wherein my hope is I shall so prevail to horseback, in whose sight I shall review Cecilia, for whose sight I have a woman's longing.
I understand the business. The prince is about a piece of iniquity, stealing away from his father. If I thought it were a piece of honesty to acquaint the king with all, I would not do it. I hold it the more knavery to conceal it, and by which means I'm constant to my profession. Aside, here's more matter for a hot brain.
See, what a man you are now. There's no other way but to kill the king. She's a changeling and none of your flesh and blood.
Nay, but hear me.
Nay, but hear me. Go to that. She be none of your flesh and blood. Your flesh and blood is not to defend the king. And so, your flesh and blood is not to be punished by him. Show him the things you found out about her. Those secret things. All but what she has with her. This being done, let the law go whistling, won't you?
I will tell the king all, every word, yea, and his son's pranks too, who, I may say, is no honest man, neither to his father nor to me, to go out to make me the king's brother-in-law.
Indeed, brother-in-law was the furthest off you could have been to him, and then your blood would have been nearer by, I not know how much an ounce.
Very wisely, puppies.
Pray heartily he get the palace.
I know not what impediment this might be to the flight of my master.
Well, let us to the king. There is that in this mortal that will make him scratch his beard.
I know not what impediment this might be to the flight of my master. Though I'm not naturally honest, I'm so sometimes by chance. Let me pocket up my peddler's excrement. How now, rustics? Whither are you bound?
To the palace, any like your worship.
Your affairs there? What? With whom? The condition of that fardel? Your names? Your ages? Oh, what have it? Breeding? And anything that is fitting to be known. Discover!
We are but plain fellows, sir.
A lie! For you are rough and hairy. I'll have no lying. If he says none but tradesmen, and they swap and give us soldiers lie.
Your worship had like to have given us one. You're not taking yourself to the manor.
Are you a courtier? Any like you, sir.
Whether it's like me or no, I am a courtier. Seest not the air of the court and these enfoldings? Hath not my gait the measure of the court in it? Receives not thy nose court odor from me? I am a courtier, kept a pied, and one that either push on or pluck back thy business. Wherefore I bid thee to open thy affair.
Our business, sir, is to the king.
And what advocate hast thou to him?
I know not, sir.
Advocate's the court word for pheasant. Say you have none.
None, sir. I have no pheasant, cock, nor hen.
How blessed are we are not simple men. Though nature may have made me as these are, therefore I will not disdain.
This cannot be, but a great courtier.
His garments are rich, but he wears them not handsomely.
A great man. What I know by picking on one's teeth.
The fardel there! What's in the fardel? Wherefore that box?
Sir, there lie such secrets in this ornament box that none must know but the king, which he shall know within this hour, if I may come to the speech of him.
Age, thou hast lost thy labor.
Why, sir?
The king is not at the palace. He has gone aboard a new ship to purge melancholy. For, if thou art capable of being serious, the king is full of grief.
So 'tis said, sir, about his son, that should have married a shepherd's daughter.
If that shepherd is not now in handfast, let him fly. The curses he shall feel, the torture he shall have, shall break the back of man, the heart of monster.
Think you so? Sir?
Not he alone shall suffer, but those who are germane to him. Though removed 50 times, shall all come under the hangman. Which, though it be a great pity, yet it is necessary. An old cheap whistling rogue, a ram tender, to offer his daughter to come into grace? Some say he shall be stoned, but that death is too soft for him, say I. Draw or thrown into a sheepcote? All deaths are too few. The sharpest, too easy.
Has the old man heir a son, do you hear, sir?
He had a son, who shall be flayed alive, anointed over with honey, set on the head of a wasp nest, and then stand until 3/4 and a dram dead. But what talk we have of such traitorly rascals, whose miseries are smiled at, their offenses being so capital? Tell me, for you seem to be honest plain men, what do you have to the king? I will take you to where he is aboard. Whisper in your path. If it be a man to effect your suits, this is the man that shall do it.
He seems to be of great authority. Close with him. Give stubborn bear. Yet he's off led by the nose with gold. Show him the inside of your purse to the outside of his hand. And no more ado. Remember, stoned and flayed alive.
Sir, if it please you to undertake this business for us, here is that gold that I have. I'll make it as much more. And leave this young man in pawn till I bring it you.
After I have done what I have promised?
Aye, sir.
Well, give me the moiety. Are you a party in this business?
Of some sort, sir. Though my case be a pitiful one, I hope I shall not be flayed out of it.
Ah, that's the case of the shepherd's son. Hang him. He'll be made an example.
Comfort, good comfort. We must to the king and show him our strange sights. He must know 'tis none of your daughter, nor my sister. We are gone, else. Sir, I'll give you as much as this old man does, and remain, as he says, your pawn till it be brought you.
Well, I will trust you. Go before me to the seaside and turn on the right hand. I will but look upon the hedge and follow you.
We are blessed in this man, I may say, even blessed.
Let's go before as he bids us. He was providing to do us good.
If I had a mind to be honest, I see fortune would not suffer me. She droppeth booties in my mouth. I am courted now by a double occasion. Gold, and a means to do the prince my master good. And who knows how that will turn back in my advancement. I will lead these two moles, these blind ones before him. If you think it fit, destroy them again, and the complaint they have to him concerns them nothing, let them call me rogue for being so far officious. For I am proof against that title, and what all shame belongs to it. To them I will present him. There may be matter in it.
Sir, you have done enough, and performed a saint-like sorrow. No fault could you make which is not redeemed. Indeed, paid down more penance than done trespass. At the least, do as the heavens have done. Forget your evil, and with them, forgive yourself.
Whilst I remember her and her virtues, I can't forget my wrongs in them, which are so great. Earth hath made my kingdom, and destroyed the sweetest companion that e'er man bred his hopes out of.
True, too true, my lord. If one by one you wedded all the world, or from all that are took something good to make a perfect woman, she you killed would be unparalleled.
I think so.
Not at all, good lady. You might have spoken 1,000 things that would have done the time more benefit, and graced your kindness better.
You are one of those would have him wed again.
If you would not so, you pity not the state.
There's none worthy respecting her that's gone. Besides, the gods will have fulfilled their secret purposes. For has not Apollo said, is it not the tenor of his oracle that King Leonate shall not have an heir until his lost child be found?
Good Paulina, who hast the memory of Hermione. Oh, if ever I had squared myself to thy counsel, but even now I might look upon my queen's full eyes. Thou speakest right. No more such wives, therefore no wife.
Will you swear never to marry but by my free leave?
Never, Paulina, so blessed be my spirit.
Then good, my lords, bear witness to his oath.
You tempt him overmuch.
Until another, as like Hermione as is her picture affront his eye.
Good matter.
I'll be done. But if my lord will marry, if you will, sir, if no remedy but you will, give me the office to choose you a queen.
My good Paulina, we shall not marry till thou bidst us.
That will be when your first queen's again in blood. Never till then. One that gives out himself, Prince Florizel, son of Polixenes, with his princess. She, the fairest I have yet beheld, desires access to your high presence.
But note him. He comes not like to his father's greatness. His approach, so out of circumstance and sudden, tells us it is a flight, not framed, but forced by need and accident. What train?
But few, and those but mean.
Is princess, say you, with him?
I, the most peerless piece of earth, I think, that ere the sun shone bright on.
Go, Cleomenes. Yourself assist with your honored friends, bring them into our embrace. Still, it is strange he should thus steal upon us.
Had our prince, jewel of children, lived to see this hour, he'd have paired well with this lord. There is not a full month between their births.
Enough, peace. Thou knowest he dies to me when talked of. True, when these gentlemen have come, my speeches shall bring me to consider that which may yet unfurnish me of my reason. They are come. Were I but 21, my father's likeness is so hitting me, his very heir, that I should call you brother, as I did, most dearly welcome. And you, fair princess, goddess, oh, alas, I lost a couple that twixt heaven and earth would have stood begetting wonder as you, gracious couple, do. And then I lost, all mine fault, society and admity too of thy dear father, against whose person I have done a sin. So great it is, the heavens have rendered me issueless.
Good my lord, we have crossed to execute the charge my father gave me for visiting your highness.
Has it been long since he sent you?
Not long.
Most noble sir, that which I shall report will bear no credit, were not the proofs and I. Please you, great sir. Bohemia greets you by himself from me, and desires you to attach his son, who has his dignity and his duty both cast off, fled from his father, from his hopes, and with a shepherd's daughter.
Where is Bohemia?
Here in your city, I now came from him. I speak amazingly, and it becomes my marvel and my message. To your court, whilst he was hastening, and the pursuit, it seems, of this fair young couple, meets ye on the way the father of this seeming lady and her brother, having of both their country quitted with this young prince.
Camillo has betrayed me, whose honor and whose honesty till now endured all weathers.
Lay it so to his charge. He is with the king your father.
Who? Camillo?
Camillo, sir, I spake with him who now hold these poor men in question. Never saw I wretches so quake. They kneel, they kiss the earth, but swear themselves as often as they speak. For Bohemia stops his ears and threatens them with divers deaths of death.
Oh, my poor father! The heavens set spies on us will not have our contract celebrated.
Are you yet married?
We are not, sir, nor are we like to be. The stars I see will kiss the valleys first. The odds for high and lows alike.
My lord, is this a daughter of the king?
She is when once she is my wife.
That once, I see, by our father's good speed, she'll come on very slowly. I am sorry, most sorry that you have broken from his liking. And sorrier still, your choice is not so great in worth as in beauty, that you might well enjoy her.
Dear, look on. Though fortune, visible and enemy, should chase us with my father, power no jot hath she to change our loves. Beseech you, sir, step forth mine advocate. At your request, my father will grant precious things as trifles.
My request, he would grant your mistress, whom he deems but a trifle.
My lord, your eye hath too much youth in it. Not a month before our queen died, she was worth so much more looks than that which you look on now.
If I thought of her, even as I said these things. But your petition is yet unanswered. I will to your father. On this errand, I now go toward him. Your honor not o'erthrown by our desires. I am friend to them and you. Now follow me, and mark what way I make. Come, good my lord.
I beseech you, madam, were you present at this relation?
I was by at the opening of the fardel, heard the old shepherd deliver the manner how he found it. Whereupon, after a little amazedness, we were all commanded out of the chamber. Only this methought, I heard the shepherd say, he found the child.
I'd gladly know the issue of it.
I make a broken delivery of the business, but the changes I perceived in the king and Camilla were very notes of admiration. They seemed almost, with staring on one another, to tear the cases of their eyes. There was speech in their dumbness, language in their very jesting. Here comes a gentleman that haply knows more. The news, Rogero.
Nothing but bonfires. The oracle's fulfilled. The king's daughter is found. Such a deal of wonder is broken out in this hour that ballad makers cannot be able to express it. Here comes Lady Paulina Stewart. He can tell you more. How goes it now, sir? This news, which is called true, is such like an old tale. The variety of it's a strong suspicion. Has the king found his heir?
Most true. That which you hear, you'll swear you see. There's such unity in the proofs. The mantle of Queen Hermione, her jewel about the neck of it, the letters of Antigone's found with it, which they know to be his character, the majesty of the creature in resemblance of the mother, and many other evidences proclaim her with all certainty to be the king's daughter. Did you see the meeting of the two kings?
No.
Then have you lost a sight which was to be seen, cannot be spoken of. There might you beheld one joy crown another, so, and in such manner, that it seemed sorrow wept to take leave of them, for their joy waded in tears. Our king, being ready to leap out of himself for joy of his found daughter, as if that joy were now become a lost, cries, "Oh, thy mother, thy mother!" Then asks Bohemia forgiveness. Then embraces his son-in-law. Then again worries he his daughter with clipping her. Now he thanks the old shepherd which stands by like a weather-bitten conduit of many kings' lands. I never heard of such a mother. Well, I'm counting this. Like an old tale still, which will have matter to rehearse, though credit be asleep and not an ear open. He was torn to pieces with a bear! This avouches the shepherd's son, who has not only his innocence, which seems much to justify him, but a handkerchief and rings of his that Paulina knows.
What became of his bark and his followers?
Wrecked! The sudden instant of their master's death, and in view of the shepherd, so that all the instruments which aided to expose the child were even then lost when it was found.
I thought she had some great matter there in hand, for she has privately twice or thrice a day, ever since the death of Hermione's, visited that removed house. Shall we thither and with our company peace the rejoicing?
Who would be thence that has the benefit of access? Every wink of an eye seems a grace to be born. Our absence makes us unthrifty to our knowledge. Let's along.
Had I not dashed of my former life in means, when preferment fall on my head. Here come those now I've done good to against my will, and already figuring in the blossoms of their fortune.
Come, boy, I am past more children, but all thy sons and daughters shall be gentlemen born.
You are well met, sir. You didn't mind to fight with me this other day because I was a gentleman born. See you these clothes? Say, you see them not and think me still no gentleman born? You were best say these robes are not gentlemen born. Give me the lot, do, and try whether I am not now gentleman born.
I know you are now indeed, sir, a gentleman born.
And if then so, any time, these 4 hours,
And so have I, boy.
And so you have. But I was a gentleman born before my father. For the king's son took me by the hand and called me brother. And then the two kings called my father brother. And the prince, my brother. And the princess, my sister, called my father father. And we wept. And there was the first gentleman-like tears that we ever would shed.
We may live, son, to shed many more.
Or else, we're being in such a preposterous state as we are.
I humbly beseech you, sir, to pardon all the faults I may have committed to your worship, and to give me a good report to the prince, my master.
Prithee, son, do. For we must be gentle now that we are gentlemen.
Thou wilt amend thy life?
Aye, and I like your worship.
Give me thy hand. I will swear to the prince thou art honest and true as any in Bohemia.
You may say it, but not swear it.
Not swear it? Now I am a gentleman? Let Thor's and Franklin's say, I'll swear it.
How if it be false, son?
If it ne'er be so false, a true gentleman may swear it on behalf of his friend. Hark, kings and princes, our brethren, are going to see the queen's picture. Come, follow us. We'll be like good masters.
My grave and good Paulina, the comfort which I have had of thee, we honor thee with our trouble, which we have come to see, the statue of our queen.
As she lived peerless, so her dead likeness, I do believe, excels whatever yet you have looked upon, or hand of man hath done. Therefore I do keep it lonely apart. But here 'tis. I like your silence. It shows more off your wonder. But yet speak. First you, my lord, comes it not something near?
Her natural posture. Chide me, dear stone, if I might say thou art Hermione. Or rather, thou art like her in thy not chiding, for she was as tender as infancy and grace. But yet, Paulina, Hermione was not so wrinkled, nothing so aged as this seems.
Oh, not by much.
Oh, so much the more. Our carver's excellence, who lets go by some 16 years and makes her as she lived now.
As she lived now, so much to my good comfort, as it is now, so piercing to my soul. Oh, thus she stood with life of majesty in her warm life. Thus she now coldly stands. I am ashamed. Does not this stone rebuke me for being more stone than it?
And give me leave, and do not say 'tis superstition, that I kneel here and implore her blessing. Lady, good queen, that ended when I but began. Give me that hand of yours to kiss. Oh, patience! The statue is but newly fixed. The color's not dry.
My lord, your sorrow was too sore laid on, which 16 winters cannot blow away.
Indeed, my lord, if I had thought that the sight of my poor image would have wrought you thus, for the stone is mine, I'd not have showed it.
Do not draw the curtain.
No longer shall you gaze on it, lest your fancy think and on its moves.
Let be, let be. Would that I were dead. But that methinks already. Tell me, Paulina, what was he that did carve it? See here, my lord. Will you not say that it did breathe? And those veins did verily bear blood?
Masterly done. The very life seems warm upon her lip.
I'll draw the curtain. My lord's almost so far transported that he'll think Anne on it
Not
lives.
these 20 years.
So long could I stand by, a looker on.
I am sorry, sir, I have thus far stirred you. But I could afflict you further.
Do, Paulina. For this affliction is a taste as sweet as any cordial comfort. Still, methinks, there is an air that comes from her. But no man mock me, for I will kiss her.
Good my lord, forbear. The ruddiness on her lips is wet. You'll mar it if you kiss it. Stain your own with oily painting. Shall I draw the curtain?
No, not these 20 years.
Either forbear quit presently the chapel, or resolve yourself for more amazement. If you can behold it, I'll make her move. Indeed, descend and take you by the hand. But then you'll think, which I protest against, that I am assisted by wicked powers.
But you are content to make her do, I will see. But you are content to make her speak, I will hear. For 'tis as easy to make her speak as move.
It is required you awake your faith. Then all stand still, or those who think it is unlawful business I'm about, let them depart.
Proceed. No foot shall stir.
Music, awake her, strike. 'Tis time, descend, bestow no more.
Oh, she's warm. If this be magic, let it be an art as lawful as eating.
She embraces him.
She hangs about his neck. If she pertain to life, let her speak too.
Aye, and make manifest where she lived, or how stolen from the dead.
That she is living, were't but told you, should be hooted at like an old tale. But it appears she lives, though yet she speak not. Mark a little while. Please you to interpose, fair madam. Kneel and pray your mother's blessing. Turn, good lady, our Perdita is found.
You gods, look down, and from your sacred vials, pour your graces upon my daughter's head. Tell me, mine own, where hast thou been preserved? Where lived? How found thy father's court? For thou shalt hear that I, knowing by Paulina that the oracle gave hope thou wast in being, have preserved myself to see the issue.
There's time enough for that, lest they desire upon this push to trouble you with like relations. Go together, you precious winners all. Your exaltations partake to every one. And I, an old turtle, will leave myself to some withered bough, and there my mate, who's never again to be found, lament till I am lost.
Oh, peace, Paulina. Thou shouldst a husband take by my consent, as I by thine a wife. This is a match, and made betweenst by vows. Thou hast found mine, but how is to be questioned, for I saw her but as dead, and in vain have said many a prayer upon her grave. I'll not look far to find thee a husband. For my part, I partly know his mind. Come, Camillo, and take her by the hand, whose worth and honesty is richly noted by us, a pair of kings. What? Look upon my brother. My apologies for the looks of ill suspicion I put betwixt your holy looks. This your son-in-law, and son unto the king, whom the heavens directing, is troth plight to your daughter. Good Paulina, lead us from hence, where we may leisurely discuss what has happened here, and where we may each answer the questions they shall bring. Hastily lead away.
and bad that makes and unfolds error. I now appeal to you, of this allow, if ever you have spent time worse ere now, if never, yet time herself doth say, she wishes earnestly you never may.
Thank you all for coming here tonight. I hope you enjoyed this play as much as we enjoyed performing it.
We would like to thank everyone who was involved in helping us put the play together, and so we would like to start by thanking Baylor for letting us use their stage.
Our musicians, Megan Ayers, Ariel Keller, Laura Ayers, Caitlin Sutkamp, and Deborah Taylor.
We'd also like to thank Megan Ayers for serving as our music director, and Laura Ayers for composing Autolycus songs.
We'd like to thank our costume director, Heather McPherson.
And our stage managers, Victoria, Jackie, and Nico Mateo, and Duncan McPherson.
We'd also want to thank our set designers, Jackie, Carlos, Nico, and Victoria Mato.
I'd like to thank the people who have worked on the lighting.
And we'd like to thank, last but definitely not least, our coaches, Joyce McPherson, Lisa Stewart, Kim Tisdale, Duncan McPherson, and Megan Ayers.